Alright, guys, welcome to the visiting ward. But first, let's allow our DJ to vibrate these walls, and then we'll get started. Tonight's topic is a very important one, and I just want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy.
In the halls where the whispers crawl, where the broken shadows stain the wall, a heavy step echoes through the deadened air. The warden walks, and terror follows everywhere. Keys like iron tombstones ring, a lullaby no saint soul should sing. He knows each scream, each name, each plea, for none escape his registry. Warden of the asylum, master of the locked and lost. He binds the night with fear and frost, keeper of the secrets no one dares recall. Warden of the asylum, ruler of the endless behind his mask, the darkness stares, cold as the thoughts no mind should bear. His coat drags like a mourning shroud, a ghost made flesh, a silence loud. He turns the key and worlds collapse. Sanity breaks in his iron grasp. The lights flicker when he draws near, even the walls remember fear. Warden of the asylum, master of the locked and lost. He binds the night with fear and frost, keeper of the secrets no one dares recall. Warden of the asylum, ruler of the endless hall. Hear the scraping chains, a promise not a threat. Every sin, every pain, he collects each debt. No hope, no dawn, no calm within. Only the warden and the weight of every sin. Warden of the asylum, when nightmares learn to crawl, where broken souls obey his call, when the last light fades and the lost ones fall, he stands unending, king of the iron hall. King of the iron hall.
Alright, that was the intro. So let's get into it. Today we talk about real versus fake friends, knowing the difference. Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling drained, questioned whether people closest to you actually have your back, or realized that the loudest people in your life disappear when things get hard? Today we're talking about real versus fake friends. not to judge, not to blame, but to please see clearly. Because the hardest truth isn't that fake friends exist, it's realizing how long we've kept them around. What defines a real friend, you may ask? A real friend isn't perfect. They don't need to be. A real friend don't always agree with you or don't always say the right thing. They're they're not supposed to. They don't have to say the right thing. They don't have to always agree with you. You know what makes them a real friend? A real friend is consistent. Real friends are consistent. They show up when you're struggling, not just celebrating. You're inconvenient. When you're inconvenient, they show up when you're honest about your flaws. Real friends speak truth without cruelty. Real friends support growth, even when it means change. Real friends respect your boundaries without punishment. Real friends don't compete with your pain or success. A real friend doesn't need to be loud. They don't need to prove loyalty publicly. They don't keep score. They simply care, even when there's nothing to gain. Real friends do respect your boundaries, and they do so without punishing you. They understand that your boundaries are there because that is what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do. They don't compete with you. Or if it's a competition, it's a friendly competition. But they don't compete with your pain or your success. They don't try to say, oh, I've done this better. I've done this. Like, let's say you make it big on Twitch and you're a big Twitch streamer, and then your friend goes, oh, I made it big on YouTube. They don't do that. They are there simply because they're consistent. They are there for you, not for what benefits them. So, what are the signs of a fake friend then? You may ask. Fake friends don't always look fake. Sometimes they look charming. Sometimes they look supportive at first. But over time, patterns emerge. A fake friend. Fake friends are present when it benefits them. They disappear during hardship, gossip about others, and eventually about you. Make everything a competition. Subtly undermine your confidence. Only celebrate when you're below them. They may even use guilt to keep you close, minimize your feelings, make you feel too much or not enough. Support your dreams publicly but sabotage them privately. And the most dangerous part, fake friends often feel familiar, especially if you grew up having to earn love. They disappear when things get hard. They're only present when things benefit them. They subtly undermine you. They only celebrate you when you're below them. They make everything about a competition. Everything to them is competition. You do something, I can do it better, basically. Um, they will use guilt to keep you close. They'll minimize your feelings. They'll make you feel like you're either too much or not enough. And they'll support your dreams publicly, but then they'll sit there privately and sabotage them. It's a shame that in this day and age, I will say it, majority of people that are friends of mine are my real friends. They are my real friends. They will continue to be my real friends. Now, you may ask, why do we hold on? Why do we hold on to fake friends? Let's be honest. We don't keep fake friends because we're stupid. We keep them because we're afraid. Afraid of being alone, afraid of starting over, afraid of confrontation, being misunderstood, or afraid of letting go of history. Sometimes we confuse longevity with loyalty, proximity with connection, shared trauma with genuine bond. But history doesn't just harm, and comfort doesn't equal safety. Outgrowing people doesn't mean you're better than them. It means you're becoming your truer self, truer to yourself. You're becoming a better version of you. And it's true. We hold on to the fake friends because we're afraid of being alone. We're afraid of starting over. We're afraid of confrontation. We're afraid of being misunderstood. And we build history with that person. So we're afraid of losing that. How do we fix this? Letting go without hate. Letting go without hate is very hard to do. You don't need a dramatic exit. You don't need a speech. You don't need revenge. Sometimes the most powerful thing you need is to step back quietly. Distance is not cruelty. Boundaries are not punishment. Choosing peace is not selfish. You can appreciate what someone once meant to you without allowing them to continued access to your life. And if someone only respects you when you're silent, small, or struggling, they were never your friend. You don't have to have a speech. You don't have to need revenge on a person. You don't have to have a dramatic exit whenever you let go of the person. Instead, instead, let's make space for real connection. When you release your fake friendships, it may feel lonely at first. The space can be uncomfortable, but it's also fertile ground. That's where real friendships grow slowly. Mutual respect replaces chaos. Conversations feel safer, not guarded, and you don't have to perform to belong. Quality will always matter more than quantity. One real friend is worth more than a room full of fake ones. I can vouch for this. One real friend, one person that wants to stick by you because they're being consistent can change everything. I've always said this, and I said this whenever we talked about this before. A real friend is there because they want to see you better yourself. A real friend is there because they're not going to disappear when the times get tough. A real friend is there because sometimes they're there. It's not just sometimes. They're there even when they're struggling, and you're struggling too. A real friend will speak to you, will speak you to you in truth and not use cruelty with it. A real friend will continue to stick by you whenever you're growing, even if it means change. And they simply care, even when there's nothing for them to gain from it. So take a moment tonight to reflect. Who drains you? Who drains you? Who restores you? Who respects your boundaries even when they don't understand them? And remember, you don't lose friends by becoming healthier. You lose people who benefited you from your silence. You deserve friendships that feel like home, not survival. Everyone deserves friendships like that feel like home and not survival. Everyone deserves to answer those three questions and answer them honestly. Who in your life drains you? Drains you. Who in your life restores you? Who respects your boundaries, even when they don't understand them? The answer to those questions, only you know. The answer to those questions are, for me, in my life, I can't speak publicly right now on who drains me the most, but just know that even me, I have fake friends in my life right now. I'm working on getting rid of them. It's a slow and arduous process, but I have fake friends. And to get rid of them, you have to step back quietly and let it go. You're going to go through, depending on how long you've been with said friend, you're going to go through times of feeling alone, feeling like you're starting over. You're going to go through times of you feel like you're being misunderstood, and you're going to feel like you're letting go of history. You're not. You're letting go of someone who doesn't care, who wants to make everything a competition, who wants to make everything about them, who publicly will support your dreams, but in private, they sabotage. You can't continue living like this. You can't continue being this type of person and not standing up for yourself. At some point, you have to push the fake friends out, even if you don't want to do it, even if you feel like it's going to hurt the worst, even if you feel like it's going to hurt. You have to eventually do it. Some people go through life with fake friends, period. They never experience a true friend. But outgrowing people doesn't mean you're better than them. It means you're becoming a truer version of yourself. And the most powerful thing you can do for distancing yourself from a fake friend and basically eventually letting them go is to step back quietly. You step back quietly and you let them go. Which I feel like there's been a few people in my life who have stepped back, who have taken a step back from me, even though I've supported them many times, and they see me as a fake friend. I'm not fake about anything. If I sit here and I tell you that you are my brother or my sister, and I call you family, I don't just say it to be saying it. I say it because I mean it. Real friendships are very, very few and far between. Out of 1 in 10 people, you will find a real friend. Out of 1 in 300 people, you will find at least 30 fake friends. So those odds are very, very low. But you will find the friends that you really, really want to keep. You will find the friends that are there for you, not there for themselves. And real friendships do grow slowly, guys. You can't rush them. Mutual respect will replace the chaos. Conversations will feel safe, not guarded anymore. And you don't have to perform to belong. Quality is always better than quantity. One real one real friend is worth more than the Empire State Building full of fake ones. One. One real friend. Just uno. Uno one. Just one. And again, if this episode in any way has resonated with you, take a moment tonight to reflect. Ask these questions. I'm serious. Who drains you? Who restores you? Who respects your boundaries, even when they don't understand them? And remember, you don't lose friends by becoming healthier. You lose people who benefited from your silence. So, guys, tonight we've talked about, again, this is a repeat episode with different perspective. We've talked about fake and real friends, real and fake friends, fake and real friends. It's all the same to me. Um, a real friend shows up when you're struggling, when you're honest about your flaws. A real friend speaks to you in truth without the cruelty. They respect your boundaries without punishment. They don't compete with your pain or your success. They simply care even when there's nothing to gain. A fake friend is just the opposite, guys. They may feel like a real friend because they're supporting your dreams publicly, but you don't see the sabotage they do privately. And guys, that's going to be the end of this episode of The Visiting Ward. This is episode, I want to say 4 or 5, probably 5. This is episode 5 of The Visiting Ward season 3. If you haven't listened to the other seasons, I can't put a link on YouTube for it yet, but it is on Spotify. Just look up The Visiting Ward. Give it a listen, give us a rating, leave comments over there, leave comments on YouTube. I love each and every one of you guys. Locking these doors, closing these doors, and until next time, I've been your warden, and it's been a pleasure. And I'll see you guys next time. Hey, DJ, don't bother rattling the walls this time. We're just checking out. Good night, guys.